Good morning. I'm Tim Langston with Red Dog Bushcraft. A little earlier you saw me collect some water out of the river. This is salt water. It's not ocean water, but it is a saltwater river. We're going to go ahead, put this in a coffee can. It's a very simple can, just a standard coffee can with a little bit of baling wire through it for a bale. We're going to hang that over top of our fire. We're going to start boiling this salt water down. We're going to try to make us some salt today. So stay with me, and I'll show you a couple little clips as we go along the boil down process. And here's what we want, a really good rolling boil. Alright, I wanted to give you a look of where we're at here. This is the amount of salt that we've got so far. Now, the river salt water is not producing nearly as much salt as the ocean water did when I made some salt that way. But it's looking like we probably have maybe 1/4 cup in there. We'll see what it does as I continue to get it dried out. Okay, the salt dried out pretty well in the can. It's down to a pretty dry, slightly moist paste. So I brought it inside and spread it out on a piece of aluminum foil. Here's my hand, so you can see about how much salt we got, and it's pretty thin. I've got it spread out thin. I'm going to let this air dry inside and see how the final product turns out. But I'm guessing we got probably it's probably close to 1/4 cup. Maybe I'll measure it after it dries and we grind it up real good, and we'll give it a taste. Alright, well there you go. There's the end product, and sure enough it's right at 1/4 cup of finished product, and that was 1 gallon. Alright guys, just a short video today. That wound up making us 2 of these snuff tins full of salt. Now the importance of salt just cannot be underspoken. It helps us preserve our foods. Our body needs that when we sweat in the summertime. It's good for just all types of seasoning. It just enhances the flavor of everything that you cook up in the great outdoors. So it's very much worth the effort, especially if you're going to have a fire going in camp all day and you have access to salt water, to keep that salt water on a boil all day and then reduce it down at night or just keep adding to it. That was only about, let's see, I guess that was about 3 hours worth of work for 2 snuff tinfuls. But it tastes really good. It's very comparable to most sea salts that you buy in the store. A little bit milder, I think, but the color, if you notice, was a little bit brown, but I don't think that's going to hurt a thing. It was boiled, so we know it's good, and it's salt, so we know that it's got to be fine. So anyway, thanks for joining me for this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, God bless. I'm Tim Langston with Red Dog Bushcraft.